What's up, Friday the 13th fans? It's possible that you've heard already that there's a new Friday the 13th series that's coming to Peacock, and that will be interesting. It's called Crystal Lake, supposedly, and they finally have the rights. Now, I'm not exactly happy that it's a series. I'm not a huge fan of series, especially if it's in place of a movie. That's what I worry about a little bit, because we need a new Friday the 13th movie. It's been like 13 years, I think, and obviously there's been a huge legal battle, but I don't want this series to be like, oh, we're gonna make a series so that, we're not gonna make a movie right now because we're gonna make the series. I'm fine with the series if it's gonna be something extra to the movies, but the movies are more important, obviously. I mean, franchises like Friday the 13th, they belong in the theaters on the big screen. Same with Halloween. There's a lot of talk about how they might make a Halloween series, a streaming series or something. I don't like that. It belongs on the big screen. The series can be like something extra on the side, but I don't want them to take the place of the movies. So we'll see what happens. But the big question about this was, is Jason Voorhees going to be in the series? Because the rights are so that Victor Miller has the rights to Friday the 13th, the original movie, and the license of Friday the 13th, but Sean Cunningham has the license to Jason, adult Jason. So in this article, it says that Victor Miller is executive producing the series, and this guy Rob Barsamian, I guess, is also executive producing it, and he's the man behind Horror Inc., which holds the rights of Friday the 13th elements that Victor Miller doesn't own. So that's interesting because it's the rights we assumed. It says the rights we assumed only Cunningham had control over. So that's a big difference. That's a big deal right there. So it might not just be Sean Cunningham that has the exclusive rights to everything. So they say because of this means that the Crystal Lake series now has access to all of the other elements from the films, suggesting that they can use anything they want to. That includes locations and characters, notably adult Jason Voorhees and his hockey mask. That's a huge win if they can. That's a huge win for them. It's gonna be big because I'm somebody that personally prefers Pamela Voorhees as a killer. I am probably in the minority for sure, but I of course I love Jason and everything, but Pamela is just scarier to me. She is insane, and I would just love to see them explore her more. And with Jason, the problem is they have to have him in the series or else it won't be as big. People want to see Jason with the hockey mask, and that's just what they want. You have to have that in there if you want it to be extremely successful. So that's a big deal. And then you have Brian Fuller that confirmed that they have the rights to do everything underneath the Friday the 13th umbrella. So he says that the movie rights are a completely different thing. They are tied up at New Line and are super messy and probably won't be untangled anytime soon. But as far as us chickens in the television industry, we have access to anything and everything that Friday the 13th has done up until this point. That's a big deal. It's great news. The good thing is that they won't have their hands tied. They'll be able to do whatever they want in open reign. So I think that's just great news. And then you got some tweets from Larry Zerner, who was Shelley in part 3, saying that a little legal info on the TV deal. He doesn't represent any of them, but it's being produced by Victor and Horror Incorporated. So Rob Barsamian is Horror Incorporated, not Sean. So that's a big deal. It's always fun to see stuff from him. He's a damn legend. And in this article from Gizmodo, they interviewed Brian Fuller, and he says that he wants to go to space in this series. Now I don't know about that. I mean, we'll see how it goes, but it'll be interesting. They have all the rights, so they can do whatever they want. But to be honest, I want it to be a prequel story. So he says it's going to be like an expanded prequel, which if they have the adult Jason, that'll be interesting to see how they can do that. And he's also saying it would be like a pre-remakequel rather than just a prequel. So I guarantee you there's going to be something crazy. There's going to be something that is very interesting and different. I'm excited for it. I'm a huge Friday the 13th fan. I want more stuff from this franchise. So we're going to see what happens. I don't trust streaming, all this new streaming stuff and series and all that. I'm just not a fan of it. I don't trust it. Some of the stuff can be good, but I just don't have a lot of faith in it. So I hope that they can find a way to make it good. And it's just exciting that something's happening, but obviously I hope there's going to be a new movie That's the most important thing. So we'll see what happens, but it should be fun. I just hope this doesn't become a trend in the horror community to make like series instead of movies. So hopefully this isn't replacing any movie plans they had, because there's a lot of rumors that they're going to have a movie next year, which there hasn't been anything new on that, but we're going to see what happens. I'm not really sure. But either way, we're definitely going to stay updated here on it. I'm a huge fan of Friday the 13th the game. There's going to be a video about that here in a little while, and kind of like a retrospective of that. And yeah, lots of Friday the 13th talk is coming. That is for sure. It's going to be a lot of fun. Let me know what you think. Are you excited about this? Do you want to see it? Do you like series on streaming stuff? I don't really like it. They go on far too long. They don't get to the point. There's a lot of wasted stuff, and it just kind of diminishes the value when it feels like everybody has access to it. It needs to be on the big screen, so we'll see what happens. But anyway, thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.